Imagine, if you will, a world 3 billion years ago, where our existence was limited to mere atoms in a vast cosmic petri dish. A world where the very idea of us was but a distant dream. We were nothing more than stardust, yet to coalesce into a form capable of thought, of action, of being. Fast forward to around 6 million years ago, a blink of an eye in cosmic time, and the first hominids make their appearance. These were our earliest ancestors, a primate family that includes humans, and they were the first to show signs of what we would eventually become. The story takes a significant turn about 1.9 million years ago, with the emergence of Homo erectus. These were the pioneers, the explorers. They were the first of our kind to venture out of Africa to colonize other parts of the world. Their brains were larger than those of their primate predecessors, an evolutionary leap that set the stage for what was to come. As we journey further down the timeline, around 400,000 years ago, we encounter the Neanderthals. Their bodies, robust and adapted to the harsh cold climates of Europe and Western Asia, were built for survival. Their facial features, some of the most human-like ever seen, hinted at our shared lineage. Yet, the stage was set for a new player. Enter Homo sapiens, us. We are the only surviving species of the genus Homo, the last of a long line of evolutionary experiments. We stood upright, looked at the world with curious eyes, and began to ask questions. Who are we? Where do we come from? What can we become? The answer to how Homo sapiens ascended to global dominance lies not in physical strength, but in the power of the mind. We learned, we adapted, we innovated. We built societies, created languages, and developed tools to shape the world around us. And thus, Homo sapiens, the wise man, emerged, outlasting its ancestors and poised to change the world. Our narrative now takes us to the fertile lands of Mesopotamia in 4000 BCE, where the seeds of civilization were first sown. Specifically, our journey leads us to the Sumerian city of Uruk, cradled between the powerful Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Here, a significant shift in human lifestyle was taking place. The citizens of Uruk were not merely surviving, but thriving, thanks to a revolutionary practice, agriculture. Unlike their ancestors who relied on hunting and gathering, the people of Uruk mastered the art of cultivating cereal grains such as wheat and barley. This was no mean feat. The process of transforming these grains into edible food was laborious. It involved the use of a hand mill, an ingenious invention composed of 2 stones to crush the grains. The resulting flour was collected, stored, and used as a reliable food source for the future. This marked the dawn of agriculture, the first instance of its kind in our modern world. This shift from hunting and gathering to agriculture had profound implications. With a stable food source, Uruk's population flourished, swelling to over 50,000 residents. However, this new way of life also had a noticeable impact on the human body. The average height of men and women significantly decreased. We were no longer the towering athletes of our past, but smaller, less conspicuous farmers. Moreover, this agricultural revolution altered the very essence of what it means to be human. Instead of roaming freely as nomads, humans began to settle in one place, becoming landlocked. We were no longer at the mercy of nature's whims. Instead, through human ingenuity, we had found a way to control our own sustenance. Inventive, resourceful, and resilient, humans had now unlocked a new way of life, forever altering their destiny. From the mighty city of Uruk, the concept of civilization began to spread, sparking a chain reaction that would lead to the establishment of powerful empires, pioneering inventions, and profound philosophical thought. As we journey further into our past, we'll see how these changes set the stage for the rise and fall of empires, the pursuit of eternity, and the price of progress. But every coin has 2 sides, and the dawn of civilization was no exception. As the Sumerians in Uruk toiled in their fields cultivating grains and sowing the seeds of agriculture, an unexpected transformation was taking place. The shift from hunting and gathering to farming had a profound impact on their bodies. The average height of men dramatically plummeted from 5'9" to 5'3", while women saw their average height decrease from 5'3" to a mere 5 feet. The super athletes of the past were supplanted by smaller, less noticeable farmers. This new way of life, however, was not just about physical changes. It was a fundamental shift in the human experience. The hunter-gatherers of old roamed freely across the land, their lives dictated by the rhythms of nature and the availability of food. But with the advent of agriculture, humans became tethered to the land. The open road was replaced by the confines of a field, the horizon by the border of a village. The nomadic lifestyle, once inherent to our species, was replaced by a settled existence. Yet this was not a loss, but a trade-off. In exchange for their nomadic freedom, humans gained control over their food source. They no longer had to rely on the whims of nature for their sustenance. Through their own ingenuity, they could grow their own food, store it for lean times, and ensure their survival. This newfound stability allowed communities to grow and flourish, leading to the rise of cities like Uruk. And so, the dawn of civilization marked a pivotal moment in our collective history. It was a time of transformation, a time of progress, but it was also a time of sacrifice. The shift to agriculture altered not just our bodies, but our very way of life. It marked the end of our nomadic existence and the beginning of a settled lifestyle. Thus began a new era, one of settled communities and an entirely different human experience. As civilizations grew, so did the thirst for power and control. The stage of history is continually painted with the rise and fall of empires. One such story is that of King Gilgamesh, who began his rule in the early 3000 BCE in Sumeria. His epic tale, recounted in one of the world's earliest poems, is a testament to the human quest for power and immortality. Yet, like all great stories, it also carries a lesson of humility, reminding us that life, which you look for, you will never find. For when the gods created man, they let death be his share, and life withheld in their own hands. By the end of 3000 BCE, the Sumerians were overthrown by the Akkadians. Sargon the Great seized power, conquering all of Sumeria and demonstrating the transient nature of human empires. Power shifts, civilizations fall, and new ones rise from the ashes. Speaking of rising, let's turn our gaze eastward to the Indus Valley in modern-day Pakistan. There, a new civilization was taking shape around the same time. The Indus Valley civilization, thriving from 3300 to 1300 BCE, was remarkable not for its monumental structures or powerful rulers, but for its innovative sewage system. Yes, you heard it right, toilets. They had a seat and a chute leading to an underground drainage system. The waste was carried away from homes through a network of covered drains, treated and disposed outside city limits. It was a brilliant system that kept cities clean and prevented the spread of diseases. So while the Egyptians were busy building pyramids, their contemporaries in the Indus Valley were pioneering in sanitation, reminding us that the progress of civilization isn't always about grandeur and might. It's also about practicality and the betterment of everyday life. Empires rose and fell, each leaving an indelible mark on the canvas of human history. Their stories, their innovations, their failures and successes all contribute to the rich tapestry of our shared past. And as we learn from them, we continue to shape our present and future. While some civilizations focused on the necessities of life, others were consumed by the mysteries of death. This is perhaps most evident in the ancient Egyptians' obsession with the afterlife, a fascination that led to one of humanity's most enduring architectural marvels, the pyramids. In the arid desert landscapes of Egypt, the pharaohs or the rulers were not merely considered as kings, but as gods walking among mortals. Their death was not an end, but a transition, a journey to an eternal life in the realms beyond the mortal coil. And for such a journey, they needed a vessel, a resting place that matched their divine stature. Thus, the idea of the pyramids was born. These grand structures, built with an astounding precision that baffles modern architects even today, were not just tombs. They were cosmic vessels, guiding the pharaoh's soul towards the celestial heavens, where they would join the pantheon of gods and continue to rule in perpetuity. The Great Pyramid of Giza, the tomb of Pharaoh Khufu, is the last of the 7 wonders of the ancient world still standing today. Towering at a height of nearly 480 feet, it's a testament to the sheer will and ingenuity of a civilization that existed over 4,000 years ago. But it wasn't just in their death that the Egyptians sought eternity. They believed that their actions in this life would determine their fate in the afterlife. Thus, they lived by a moral code, known as Ma'at, which emphasized truth, balance, and justice. They believed that their heart would be weighed against the feather of Ma'at in the afterlife, and only if the scales balanced would they attain eternal bliss. However, the pursuit of eternity was not limited to the Egyptians alone. Across the globe, civilizations have sought their version of immortality, be it through monumental architecture, enduring literature, or impactful inventions. And so, as we journey through time, we see the indomitable spirit of humanity, always striving, always inventing, forever shaping the world we know today.